Hello and welcome back to the channel, and this is a serious one. This is all about medical insurance in Thailand and the biggest mistake I ever made in my life. So guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm in the office in my sister's back garden, and it's been raining all day. It's not the best, it's freezing cold actually. So I'm going to tell you a serious story. I normally have fun on my channel, but this one's going to be serious. I watched a YouTube video 2 days ago about should you have medical insurance or not. And I'm going to tell you a few mistakes that I made about medical insurance, and do not make these mistakes. So I was in Pattaya, been there about 6 months, enjoying life, having fun. Made videos about the castle, which anybody that follows my channel was a laugh. So this particular night, I went from this. I'm looking rough, right? We're off in the castle now. It's Friday. We've been looking forward to this, guys, haven't we? All week, right? It's 1,500 quid. No, 1,500 baht to get in. All drinks free. And I am not partaking in any of that sick rubbish.
Yes,
right?
you fucking are.
I'm not, I can guarantee you, right? Not a chance. Right, we'll make a little video when we get back out, if we get back out. So I went from that to going in the castle, and I was going to make a review on it, and I was going to have a bit of fun, and we're all good. So what happened next, it just went, and that's when my whole life came crashing down. My medical insurance ran out, and I forgot to renew it, or I was too lazy to renew it. So that was a massive mistake. I've never been ill in my life, never had high blood pressure and nothing. And my whole life came crashing down. So that night, after the castle, we went back to Fever Bar on LK Metro, and we were all having a laugh and a joke about things. And all of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, I couldn't breathe. It just come within, I was gasping for air. What did I do? I just ignored it. I just kept breathing and breathing and breathing, and drinking the chang and drinking the chang, and buying and trying to be clever. That was absolutely ridiculous. So I leaves Fever Bar about 2 o'clock in the morning, goes home drunk, wakes up about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I think it was, feeling fine, feeling exactly the same. I gets out of bed, and the next thing I remember was waking up on my condo floor, out cold, to know where the hell I was. So I dragged myself on the bed, and I've never been so scared in my life. I'm thinking, what the hell just happened there? And a cut on my head. I'm thinking, Jesus, what happened there? So what do? Another stupid mistake. I goes to this clinic by here on Soibakau. Great clinic, the doctor was fantastic. I said, I can't breathe. So she checks my, she put a thing on my finger, and she checks it, and my oxygen was, I don't know, 90, I think it was. She said, oh, you need oxygen. So I'm thinking, oh, happy days. So she charged me 800 baht for the oxygen. And then she said, while you're here, do you want a drip where I can put vitamins and minerals in you, and you'll be right as rain? So I think, happy days. So I leave the clinic feeling on top of the world. I paid 800 baht, and I paid 1,500, I think, for the drip, for the saline drip. So altogether, it was about 70 quid anyway. So what do? I just think everything is hunky-dory, and I can go back partying. So I'm thinking, well, I haven't got medical insurance. It don't matter. I pay 70 quid. I've got away with it. How lucky am I? That is probably the biggest mistake I have ever made in the 51 years that I've been on this earth. Because what happened next was absolutely crazy. So for the next couple of days, I couldn't breathe properly. I was struggling to breathe. And again, I just ignored it. I had a flight booked for a month later. I thought, oh, I'll be fine. I'm sure I can cope. I can cope for the next month. So the next couple of days, I goes out with Will and we drinks water and we drinks lemonade. So I had no chang whatsoever, and I'm thinking I'll be fine. So that's what I done for the next 4 days. So on day 5, Will phones me up and he says to me, do you fancy going for food down on John TM Seafront? So I thought I'd pick him up on the bike. So I picks him up on the bike from his condo. We goes down to the restaurant, and I'm sitting there and I'm having a milkshake and just watching the world go by, thinking, this is great. Got a couple of weeks now to go home. Brilliant, happy days. And I actually felt okay that day. Well, what happened next just turned my whole world upside down. I gets up to go to the toilet, and the next thing I remember was Will slapping me around the face. He said I was out cold for 2.5 minutes. I'd soiled myself. I'd peed myself. I was in a right state. I had taxi drivers coming over, putting smelling salts up my nose. So they phones a boat taxi and they takes me to hospital. So I goes in the hospital, and the first thing they say to me is, passport. I said, oh, it's in the safe. And to be fair, I couldn't really talk, so Will was doing the talking. So they said to Will, insurance? He said he doesn't have. So the next thing, they took my fingerprints of four fingers, started taking photographs of me, and before they would do anything to me, Will had to pay, I think it was 6 or, was it 8? I think he paid 8,000 baht deposit before they'd even look at me. So I'm basically in outside in a car park. That's the only word I can describe it. So I'm on the hospital in Soibakau, and to be fair, the doctor was great. So the doctor x-rays me, does bloods, checks for everything. She comes back, she says, I think you got a blockage in your heart. She said, I'll give you, and she gave me diazepam, and she gave me something to lower my heart rate. So she says, but you're not very good. She said, you need to go back to the UK. That's all she said. So Will literally carries me into the taxi, takes me back to my condo. I had 2 people. I had the security guard and Will carry me into bed. So I get into bed, and I'm in and out of consciousness. Will is sitting next to my bed, and it's just horrific. So that's where I stays for 4 days. So I wakes up, and Will says to me, Steve, you're in a really bad way, mate. He said, I don't think you're going to last the next couple of hours. He said, I'm going to take you to the hospital on Side 4. So I go to Side 4 hospital, takes me straight in, does loads of tests. Doctor says to me, you need to go home to your home country ASAP. She said, otherwise you're not going to live the next couple of days. She said, you've probably got a week left to live. Right, I'm going to stop this, and we're going to continue in the kitchen, because unlike the weather in Thailand, it started pissing down, and I ain't sitting here in the rain. So I'll see you back in the kitchen. Right, I'm in the kitchen because of the rain. So where was I? Oh yeah. So I'm lying on this bed, and the doctor says, I don't think you're going to last a week. She said, you need to go home now. You need to go home ASAP, otherwise you are not going to survive. So I'm thinking, this is bonkers. If I had medical insurance, I could have gone private, I could have had all the tests, and I could have been sorted in Thailand. So do not go to Thailand without medical insurance. Say that, mind. I just priced up medical insurance now. They're looking for £4,000 because I got this underlying problem. So anyway, we goes back to the condo. I'm exhausted by now, so I'm laying on the bed. I've been filled with air, with oxygen, so I'm fine. Will says to me, right, I'll be back tomorrow. So we phones the airways and we books a plane for 12 o'clock the following day. So Will picks me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He'd already, love him, he'd already packed for me, sorted out my passport and everything. So I said, Will, I'm going to have a shower. I walks in the shower, comes out. I basically collapsed in Will's arms. Then he says, sod this, I'm going to take you back to the hospital, get you some more oxygen, and then I'll take you to the airport. So we go to the hospital. They gives me some anti-clotting tablets, even though they said it was my heart. They fills me with oxygen. Will takes me to the airport. We have medical assistance, so I don't have to walk. If you've seen the short, you can see where I was talking when I was going to catch the plane. So I get to the other side. I met the other side. I get taken down to A&E in Wales. They do tests on me, and they said I had the biggest clot they've ever seen. It was on my lungs, covering my airways, and they said, how you survived that flight, we never know. How we're talking to you, we never know. You're one of the luckiest men we've ever met. So, do you need medical insurance? 100%. I gotta save myself a torrid time, an absolute torrid time. So, get medical insurance. You don't need to, I'm not going to get medical insurance for certain things, but I'm definitely, when I go back, going to try and get a plan that would suit me, because they're not going to give me insurance for this clot, I can assure you, because it's an underlying problem. So the first week of October, I'm going for a scan. If it's all clear, I'm fit to fly. Not that you need permission to fly anyway. I'm all good to fly, and if it's not, they're going to remove the clot, and I should fly back out on the 2nd of November. So I hope you enjoyed that little story. I know it's depressing, but it's a very important message, I think. So I'll see you Friday. I'm doing another live at 8 o'clock British time. So I'll see you all on the live Friday. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye for now.